Hey guys, Ava Landon here, and I'm on my fourth or fifth video today, so I think my voice is getting a little better. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is sewing the two panels to the center panel. I've already sewn one of the panels to the other side, so this is going to be the second one. And what we're going to do is, you're going to kind of take it, because it's going to be a lot of fabric. So the way I sew mine is I put the short piece, the smallest piece, on top of the larger center panel. I do this mainly because it's easier to manage and I can ensure that my pieces are going to stay aligned. Now it's really important that you went ahead and pin your panels together, because as you see, I have it kind of bunched up here. The reason it's bunched up is really just to keep the weight off. And so if you've pinned properly and pinned all the way down, you don't have to worry about a whole lot of movement of the fabric. And so you can just kind of toss up the rest of it onto a table or a chair, just anything that will fight gravity so that your quilt doesn't go sliding off the table. Or I'm sorry, your quilt backing doesn't go sliding off the table. Again, I'm a slow sewer, so this is the second time you guys have seen me actually sew in real time. Take your time, because, I mean, really, it's not so much about rushing to get through it, so much as it is, practicing sewing a straight line, getting your 1/4 inch seam correct. And in fact, like when I go to sew this, I always sew mine with a 1/4 inch seam. It's how I sew my backings. Quilting, again, is an art. You'll see in most textbooks and any other resources, generally people will sew at a 1/2 inch. If you want, you can sew at a 1/2 inch. There's room. I added extra allowances, so there is room to sew at a 1/2 inch if you need to, or you can sew at a 1/4 inch and just practice your 1/4 inch. So I want to make sure that everyone has all their pins in. You'll see there's one of my pins, and I'm going to go ahead and start sewing. I didn't do a leader fabric. Generally, you are going to start with a leader, but since, as I discussed in the other video, I just want to make sure these are lined up properly. As I discussed in the other video, I cut my fabric a little too short on the side panels, so I didn't start with one because I'm just going to trim off the edge. And here we go. What you'll notice is that because it's all bunched up on the side, you're really going to have to pay close attention to getting everything that's going underneath the machine flat. So you want it to be as flat as possible. That's why we put all the pins and stuff. So every now and again, you'll see me sort of shake the fabric out just to make sure that it's flat and it's not bunching up underneath here. And that's why if you do the smaller one on top, it's a lot easier to sort of maneuver it as opposed to doing the larger one on top, because then you're like shuffling under, and there's a lot of folds of fabric here. It just makes it a lot easier. So when I pin these, I didn't pin them as far back as I usually do, which is why you see me removing them. I did that mainly because oh crap. I did that mainly because something is wrong here. Let me check. Yeah. Alright, so since this is all in real time, I don't know if you can see this. It's a little difficult. My tension is wrong on my bottom bobbin. And I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to cut, and I pretty much have to go through and just strip all this out. Yeah, because you're sewing pieces that are so long, if you notice things like here, I could tell because my top thread was just really lax. Generally means there's something wrong with the bobbin. Because the top, of course, is sewn on top. So I didn't mean to turn this into a problem-solving tutorial. But, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this stuff out. I think you guys get the general idea of sewing these seam lines down. You can do it at 1/4 inch or you can do it at 1/2 inch. Either way, it's up to you. There is room in this backing. After we finish sewing this, what we're gonna do is press it. If you want, you can press these seams open. You can. Sometimes it's a little difficult when you have things this large. Or you can just press it to one side or the other. Generally, I try to press these things towards the center panel. I technically it doesn't make a difference if you don't do that, but it just sometimes seems a little cleaner to me. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go unpick all of this, and I will be right back to show you how to baste. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.